Hello and welcome to the Feminine Millionaire Show. I'm your host, Polly Alexander. I'm a success coach, healer, creative, and future millionaire. If creating money and success in a spiritual and feminine way is your goal, this show is for you. Understand how to overcome your past, bring your soul's greatest gifts to the world, and up-level your income, impact, joy, and happiness. Join me on my journey to creating a 7-figure business and learn the business mindset, spiritual and lifestyle changes I make along the way. Let's all rise together. Hello and welcome to this week's episode. I am really excited to be here with you. It's kind of an exciting time. We have kicked off the Money Beautifully journey. This is the 8th live round of Money Beautifully. And I am journeying with a group of amazing souls from all around the world. We have America, we have New Zealand, we have Europe, Ibiza, all over the place. And people are already having breakthroughs. And we've just had one live call so far, which is pretty mind-blowing to witness. And it's really a group of amazing souls. So whenever I lead this program, it also has a ripple effect on my own abundance, on my own perception of abundance. And so that's what I'm going to talk about today. 7 ways to feel more abundant right now. And when I say feel more abundant right now, I mean right now. So before you book that next client, before you've made that next big sale, before you've doubled your income, before you've paid off your debt, how to feel more abundant right now, exactly where you are. So there's a difference between abundance and money, and having money in the bank and having money flowing in, it can make you feel abundant for sure. But the great news is that it's possible to feel abundant even when your money flow or money in the bank is not where you would like it to be. You may not be able to immediately, instantly change the amount of money that's present in your life, but you can change how you feel about it. And you can feel more abundant right now with what you have. And I'm going to show you how. So the first thing to do is just to pause. Just pause and be present with what already is in your life. Now, it's human nature to always want more, okay? So there's always going to be an opportunity to look at what you haven't got and feel a sense of lack. But remember that what you've got right now is once what you dreamed of. So I'm sat here in my Ibiza home that I bought in 2020, a long held dream come true. And the house isn't renovated. The house leaks. We just had rain. Water came in. The house has cracks. It has flaws. And I have big dreams of renovating it, of the beautiful space it's going to be. But I'm not there yet. It doesn't look like I dream of yet. But this here right now is what I once dreamed of. My wildest dreams manifest this place. And a lot of hard work. But this was once a dream and it's now a reality. So stop and be present with your current reality. That new home you wanted to move to, that new job you wanted to create, that job you wanted to leave, that new client you wanted to sign. Be present with what you already have and notice the things you love right now. So it would be easy for me to look around my home and see the things I don't love. But instead, I choose to love this incredible view. I choose to love the peace and silence. I choose to lovingly care for my home, clean it, fill it with flowers and plants, put my art on the wall. I choose to make the most of what I already have, knowing that this was once my dream. Okay, way number 2 is to get clarity on what actually makes you feel more abundant. And this is going to be unique to you. And it also changes over time. So, what would actually make you feel more abundant right now? I'm going to give you an example. So, for me, it's being in nature. When I'm out in nature, looking at vast expanses of forests or trees, or looking at an epic view, or being by the sea, that always makes me feel really abundant and really free. But I don't always make time for it. I don't always create opportunities for it. And so more money wouldn't actually make me feel more abundant in this way, because it's actually up to me to make these things a priority. So get clear on what makes you feel more abundant, or what would make you feel more abundant right now. And then prioritize those things that will make you feel more abundant. So this is really a case of reclaiming your time, which I'm going to talk about in a moment. Identify 1 to 3 things that would make you feel more abundant right now, and then bring awareness to them, create opportunities for them, make time for them, and make them a priority. Okay, number 3 is time. So time is one of the biggest things that makes me feel more abundant, specifically unstructured, unscheduled time. I am going through a stage of not wanting to plan anything in my weekends, because it makes me feel so wildly abundant to get to the weekend and know that I have no commitments, that I have freedom to go anywhere I want to, see anyone I want to, do whatever I feel like. This makes me feel wildly abundant. One of my top values is freedom. And so seeing this freedom in my schedule every week makes me feel really abundant. So many of us tell the story of not enough time. Now, this story is keeping you in a place of scarcity and lack and never enough and not enough. So if time is one of your stories, which I'm guessing it might be, get organized, get support, disrupt the pattern, and take back control of your time. When I notice myself slipping into the story of not enough time, I will deliberately disrupt it. So if I'm really busy, I will take 15 minutes out just to lie on the sofa and daydream, because I am not available for this story that there is not enough time. So I will consciously choose to disrupt it. Now, in my mastermind program, we actually spend a whole month working on beliefs around time and our relationship with time. But this is just one of my hacks I can share with you now. Just don't be available for that old story of rushing, being busy all the time, constantly pushing and striving. Disrupt the pattern. Okay, the 4th way to feel more abundant right now, and this is an extension of what we talked about to start with, but it's to focus on your appreciation and gratitude. This will bring you back to what's already present in your life, what is working, what you do already have, what you have created. Remember, the human mind is hardwired to look for danger and to focus on the negative, not the positive. So you've really got to be retraining it constantly. And there's an opportunity to drop the shame about thinking negatively, or drop the shame about worrying, and to come back to like, oh yes, my mind's trying to protect me, but I know that what I focus on, I attract. So what can I focus on instead? Okay, the next way to feel more abundant right now, number 5, is all about giving yourself permission to be wealthy now, to wear your best dress today, to take the time to do your makeup or your hair. Allow yourself to be the best version of you today, and stop saving things for best. So I made a big shift in this about 7 years ago. So it used to be that getting dressed up was for a special occasion, having a manicure was for a party or a wedding. And I realized that I was going to make a decision not to save things for the best. I was going to make a decision to be my best every single day. And a lot of the things that make me feel more abundant were actually about giving myself permission. I meet so many women that have access to money, or money in the bank or savings, but they just don't give themselves permission to enjoy this money. They don't give themselves permission to spend it, especially on themselves. They don't give themselves permission to spend their money in a way that brings them joy. Money itself will not make you feel more abundant. It's what you do with it that will make you feel more abundant. So I gave myself permission to fly business class on holiday because it just felt so good. And I gave myself permission to stay at the Four Seasons on my own, even though I had no one to split the room cost with, because I truly desired it. I gave myself permission to hire a private yoga teacher because it lit me up and it felt so self-nurturing. I gave myself permission to have my nails done every week at home. I gave myself permission to dream of a home I couldn't afford without worrying about how it was going to come to me. I gave myself permission to hire a VA when I started my second business, even though I should be doing it all myself, even though I should be making money first. So these are just a few examples of things I've done over the last 7 years that were about giving myself permission to be wealthy now. Okay, number 6 is all about giving. So one of the best ways to feel more abundant right now is to start giving. Now, why? Why is that so important? It's because when you give, you come from a place of having. You can only give what you already have. So when we give money or help or time or support or love or care to someone else, it says that we have more than enough and we can afford to give to others. Also, when we give, it really opens the flow. Yeah, money is a flow, abundance is a flow. It goes from us to others and from others back to us. And when we give to others, we open that flow. So words, emails, DMs, words of gratitude and appreciation, compliments for others. It takes no money to compliment someone else. A smile. It's a beautiful way to give. Smiling at strangers. Making time for a conversation. Recognizing somebody else in a social media post. Sharing your love and appreciation. All of these things cost nothing to give and can make you feel more abundant right away. We all know how good it feels to have helped someone else, to have given to someone else. This is a place of abundance within ourselves that is always available to us. Okay, and the last way to feel more abundant right now is to look for signs. So over the last few years, as my intuition has opened up, as my senses have opened up, I have discovered that the universe likes to send me signs when abundance is on its way and when I'm in alignment. And when I see these signs, I now choose to know that more abundance is on its way. And I know a lot of you see signs as well. So white feathers, that's a sign I'm being supported on my journey. White feather in the pool at the weekend. Rainbows, there's rainbows happening in my house now. Those of you that follow me on Instagram will know the rainbows happen outside my house since I came to this house. In fact, before I came to this house, since I made the decision to buy this home or to figure out how I could buy it, it happened right at the start. Even when I was in London, the rainbows were appearing in a London winter on my bedside table every time something would move forward with this home. It was super exciting when I made the connection between the rainbows and the universe helping me move closer to my dream of owning a home. I was so excited every time I saw a rainbow. And then car numbers on repeating numbers, a 1414 or an 1111 or a 333. When I'm driving around and I see these numbers on number plates, I know that it's a sign of so much alignment, that I'm in the right place doing the right thing and that abundance is available to me. So those signs are available for you whenever you choose to become aware of them. And you can ask for them too. You can ask the universe or your guides to send you signs. So let's recap today. 7 ways to feel more abundant right now. And these are ways that I practice every single day as well. First one is pause and be present with what already is. The second is to get clarity on what makes you feel more abundant and then make it a priority. The third is breaking the pattern of not enough time. The fourth is to focus on the things you have to be grateful for and appreciative. When you're writing out a list of all the things you're grateful for in your life right now, you cannot not be abundant. It's impossible. The fifth is to give yourself permission to be wealthy now. The sixth is to give to others, give from the cup that overflows. And the seventh is to look for signs. You can create your own signs of abundance and you can ask for them too. So I hope today has been helpful for you. Ride this beautiful wave of abundance that we are creating over the next 10 weeks in Money Beautifully. Come join me on this journey. Doors are closed. That is not an invitation to join us, but join me in the vortex of joy and excitement and abundance that is being created in my life as I lead this work. Thank you so much for being on the podcast. I love and appreciate you, and I wish you a wildly abundant week. Bye for now. Thank you for listening to the Feminine Millionaire Show. If you've enjoyed this show, I would love you to share a review on Apple iTunes. It really means a lot to me. A lot of love and care and thought goes into this podcast. And when I see your reviews, it makes it all worthwhile. So thank you so much for being here. If you would like to go deeper with my work, I invite you to sign up for my Money Magnet Toolkit when you get to experience the power of energy work for clearing your money blocks. You'll find the link under the show notes. Have a wildly abundant week. Bye for now.